Welcome back to the Immigration Answers Show. My name is Jim Hacking. I'm an immigration lawyer practicing law throughout the United States out of our offices in St. Louis, San Diego, and Washington, D.C. I'm on the backup camera because technologically a bunch of stuff ain't working today. So I'm glad to be here with all of you. Hope you all are doing well. This is my first show after Ramadan. I hope you all had a great weekend, and I hope that your week is off to a good start. I see that we have a lot of our friends of the show here, a lot of issues I'm sure to be discussed. This is episode 359 of the Immigration Answer Show. I will be here for the next hour answering your immigration related questions. And the waiting room is already full. Huli is here, and she'll leave in the comments what's going on and help point you in the right direction. And it's good to see everybody. If you haven't already, let us know where you're watching from. We're always glad to see where everybody's watching from. And I'll be here for the next hour answering questions. So let's get to it. Ray's here. Hi, Ray.
Oh, hi, Jim. Good afternoon or good morning. I don't know.
Good afternoon for me.
Okay, good. So I don't know how to ask you the question, but I have basically maybe two questions on this. So far, I have a worker's working permit from my dad. I'm an F3, and my wife is applying along with me. I'm covered by a section of the law 245, I believe it's called.
Okay. Yep.
But that's under my dad. And I know that if we keep waiting, renovating our working permits, it'll take like another 5 years or so.
Yep.
Just renovating it. But the question is this: I have a special son that is 24 years old, and I was just thinking if there's a chance to do something, with him instead of my dad, because of my dad, it's gonna take longer, or I think it's just way too long.
And when you say you have a special son, what do you mean when you say that?
Yeah, he's a special needs person.
Okay. And he's a U.S. citizen?
Yes.
So the question is, can he serve as the petitioner for a green card application? And putting aside 245I, for which I think he could take advantage of, the question is, does he have the mental capacity to know what he's doing when he sponsors you for a green card? Is that the question?
Right. Like, will he be in the capacity of providing information if anybody asks him a question or anything like that? What do you think? Have you seen something out of that sort of thing?
Well, of course, the vast majority of parent cases get approved without an interview, so it's pretty rare that there is an interview.
I see.
I would. Can your son carry on a conversation?
Yes,
If I asked him his address, he would understand,
he will give it to you.
and he would know. He would know what if we told him, "Hey, we're going down to try to get mom and dad a green card, to try to get mom and dad status in the United States, and that because you're a U.S. citizen, you can help out your mom and dad." Do you think he'd be able to? I think most officers would treat it very lightly, and I don't think they would try to like get knives out to get him.
Sure.
I think depending on the officer, it's approvable. Before we spent any money on it, I'd want to do some research. I've had people with Down syndrome get citizenship before, but I've never had to look for special needs people whether they can be a sponsor. But I would think there'd probably be a legal problem for the government if they tried to keep him from getting that benefit for you. I just would have to look, but I think they'd have an equal protection problem if they said only fully mentally capable individuals can serve as petitioners for a green card.
Okay. Because that is one thing I actually asked another lawyer, and he kind of gave me like a yes, but more like a no. But his situation was based on like, well, wait, because you already have something through your dad that even though it's going to take longer.
5 years is a long time, and
I
it
know.
might be longer.
No, yeah, he said 5 to 7, and we already been served permits since 2019 actually.
Are you your son's legal guardian?
Yeah. Me and my wife.
I wonder if there's a way. I wonder if there's a way that we could temporarily, if we had to, give guardian status to someone else to let them stand in for, if we need it,
Hmm.
to have them stand in for you for the, because you sort of have a conflict of interest. Like, I don't know how much they would view it as a free decision by your son if you were the guardian. But if we picked some other person, if like, I don't think we need this, but that would be another way to, I would push this. If everything lines up, I
Hmm.
would go for it.
Okay. So all right. So I guess I'm just gonna call your office, and when you're in San
Yeah.
Diego, which is the closest place
Yeah.
from you, either we can meet or we can chat longer.
Yeah, that'd be great. I would be very, I mean, it wouldn't be me handling it, but I'd be very interested in having our office handle this case. It would be something that any lawyer worth their salt would find really interesting, and we'd like to help.
All right. Thank you so much. I'll get your
Thanks,
info
Ray.
next. Thank
Okay,
you.
buddy.
Bye bye.
Yep. See ya. And make sure you tell me you're on the show first today. Okay.
Sure, I will.
Okay. Thanks. All right. Let's say hi to Carlo. Hi, Carlo. Oh, are you driving? You parking? Okay. You're on mute, buddy.
Hi, how are you? I'm Mark. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you doing?
Uh, I'm very good. I can't complain too much. I have a question. My case been pending with USCIS. Small background, marriage based green card. I had my second interview in October of last year, and since then, whenever I go online to check the status of the case, it just said you were scheduled for an interview. Nothing else. Yeah, it doesn't even say that I went to the interview, but if I call them, they tell me, all right, like you went to the interview, now your case is just pending. And my lawyer did an inquiry, but they didn't get back to us, nothing. So like I'm just sitting and waiting. Wanted to know like if I have any other option than waiting.
How long ago was the interview?
Since October of 2022, that was the second interview.
So okay. And what field office is it?
New York City, Manhattan.
And what country are you from?
I'm from West Africa, Mali, but my wife is from West Africa, Nigeria.
And so was she born in the United States?
Nah, she got her citizenship through her dad.
Okay. And um at your second interview, did they separate you and your spouse?
No, that did not. It was like an easygoing second interview. Not a lot of questions, just some small question here and there, and it was pretty smooth.
What was your status at the time that you filed?
I was an international student.
Okay, so you weren't out of status?
No,
If you had to guess what the problem is, what do you think it is?
on the second interview, I don't think there was any problem. She was pretty
No, but
friendly.
why haven't they approved your case is what I mean.
Uh, I don't know. I do think like maybe there might be a problem with their online system because during the interview she was trying to access my online to go through my system, but she was having trouble going through. And even the first interview, the same thing was happening. She was saying maybe it's a computer glitch. She was saying like they're trying to switch to online stuff and their computer are not adjusted to it or something like that. So she was having trouble going through the system.
Right, right. Okay. Well, I don't know. I mean, when did you file the I-130 and the 45?
Since August of 2021.
So that's a long time. I mean, I think
Yeah.
you might end up having to sue them. I don't think it's a computer problem. I think it's something about the case.
Okay, so my best option would be to sue them.
I think you're getting close. I mean, if you could do it now, you've waited plenty long enough. I mean, you've had two interviews. I mean, usually the second interview would clear up the issue. So the fact that it hasn't, the fact that months have now gone by since the second interview, that makes me concerned.
I mean,
know.
it's been more than 6 months since the second interview, and I just
Yeah.
called them today again to talk to them. They said it's still in processing time. The guy that I talked to said the processing time will be over in August of next year.
Of next year?
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'd
that's
sue them.
what it's.
They're full of crap.
Yeah, so I can just go ahead to sue them, or I have to wait a little bit to sue
No,
them.
you've waited long enough. You can sue them.
And if I wanna, do you guys sue through New York City cases, or
Oh, sure. We sue in the Eastern and the Southern District of New York all the time. Yep.
even though I have a lawyer, that won't be a problem?
No, because you keep that lawyer. They stay your lawyer. We just are your lawsuit lawyer. We don't enter. We don't file a G-28. We don't enter in the immigration case unless you need us to.
All right, no problem. And how much would that cost me if I would
Yeah,
want to go
it's
through you?
$4,800 plus $402, so it's 5,202.
5202.
Yeah.
All right, no problem. Thank you.
Thanks, Carlos. See you, buddy. Have a good
No
day.
problem. Bye.
Hey, everybody. We have some good news. Good news of the day. One of our longtime friends of the show. I got to scroll up because everyone's been giving her props and shout out. Nurse Laura got her green card approved on Thursday. We're very happy for Laura. That's great news. I know that she was thinking about suing, and now she doesn't have to. So, as somebody said, USCIS helped her out. There's people on the lawsuit team who are convinced that they watch our show and try to figure out, or that they're spying on our emails and things, which I don't believe, but I think it's funny. Anyway, we're very happy for Laura. We're very happy that she got her green card, and we're very happy for all the time that she has spent with us. She watches the show just about every day, so we're very, very happy. Now, remember, if you haven't already, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. There seems to be a little bit of room in the waiting room, so you might want to hop in. If you don't have that link, scroll up a little bit and you'll get it. In the meantime, I'm going to say hi to Junior. Hi, Junior.
Hey Jim, good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. So I'm calling in from Kansas City, Missouri, and my sister-in-law who lives in Michigan, she's Filipino and she filed the adjustment of status, the I-1485. Well, after filing it, she received a request for evidence for medical records, and unfortunately, that got set aside, and they never responded to the RFE in time. And
So
two
they
week,
don't say that they didn't receive it. They just got it and then just never did anything.
yeah, they had a lot of things happen in their life. She gave birth, she had therapy, the husband was working 6 hours a day, so they had a lot of stuff going on, and it got set aside. And 10 days ago, she received a letter with a decision, and they say that they can approve her I-485 based on no evidence was submitted.
And is the 45 based on marriage or something else?
Marriage, based on
Did they
marriage.
did they approve the I-130?
No, I don't believe so. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Okay. So what's the question for me?
They're in the process of thinking. I just want to give them some advice. They're trying to fill out the form 290B
Yeah.
to have a motion to either reopen, and they've since gone and got all the medical documents that was in the original RFE that they didn't respond to. So, do you think this would be their best course of action? Should they go through this with an attorney? Like,
I think most people should go through the marriage-based green card process with an attorney. I think when you screw up your case, you definitely want to the second time, because USCIS. I don't know if the best option is to just refile or to file the 290B, because in my mind, a 290B is supposed to be because USCIS made a mistake, and I wouldn't want to waste the money for them to say, well, you just disregarded our request for evidence. That's not a real mistake on our part. I mean, technically the rule is supposed to cover things that you want to add to the record, but that doesn't mean that they're going to do it. So I think you have to weigh. I would want to talk to them. I'd want to find out what's the status of the I-130. I'd want to know what's the status of everything that was filed. I think there might even be an argument if the RFE was sent during the COVID extension that they might even still have a little bit of time. So there's lots of shifting parts.
they did the decision letter did state that they had an additional 60 days due to the COVID extension.
But we're past that too.
So we're past that. Yeah, we're past that.
Yeah, so they might want to start over. I don't know.
If you were to pick up this case, can you give me an idea of what the cost would be?
Well, our usual fee is $5,700, and we'd probably want to charge. Yeah, we probably want to charge a little bit more because of the prior mistake, but it depends on what they have. And
okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Junior. Have a good day.
You as well. Thank you,
See you,
Jim.
bud. Okay, bye. All right, from Junior to Junior. Is there another Junior here? That screen seems locked, so that Junior is not here. Oh, wait a minute. Junior, are you with us? Can't hear you.
How you doing, Jim?
I'm good, Junior. How are you doing?
I'm doing okay. So I got a question, man. I received an email again from them, stating that they're gonna. I think I told you before, like a couple of weeks ago.
I don't remember our call at all.
Okay. So my I-45 is based on refugees started more than a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in St. Louis, Missouri. I moved to Phoenix about a couple of years ago. So they sent me an email again saying that they're gonna schedule an interview. This is the third time sending me the same email. And the first two times, they haven't scheduled any interview, and it will be the third time. So I don't know what's going on, man. I'm just curious. You think it's a good sign? It's been almost 27 months.
I think that if someone tricks me once, that's okay. But if someone tricks me a second time, then I'm going to be suspicious. If someone tricks me a third time, then I'm definitely not going to believe them.
Yes, no, that's what I was thinking too. So I don't know, man. Jim, I've been watching your show, and I just want to have your opinion on this. I don't know what they're gonna do. Hopefully, they schedule me an interview.
Yeah, if they don't, and you want to send us your timeline, just send us your timeline in an email, and we can go from there. Figure out what makes sense.
Okay, I will. Thank you, man. That's all.
Hi, Junior. See you, buddy.
Yeah.
All right, that was Junior number 2. We don't have another Junior, but we do have Felicia. Hi, Felicia. No, I can't. No, do you have headsets in or something? Oh, we'll come back to Felicia. Something's up with her audio. Let's say hi to May. Hi, May.
Hi, Jim. How are you?
You got that green card yet?
I did. I just wanted to share with you. I finally got the green card. So
that's some good lawyering.
Yep.
Not by me. That was a really smart move by your lawyer. I'm glad that worked out.
Actually, it's between you and him, although yeah, but it was more of my husband's research about the stepson, us going through the stepson. My lawyer just filed for everything, and then continuously like listening to the show and all that, I'm learning a lot. So I just want to share and thank you for all your advices and tips, that I finally got my green card, and it's through my stepson. And the interview went well. There's not a lot of like complicated questions between him and me.
Great. And so that's of course a 10-year green card.
Yes, it is.
And then you'll have to wait 5 years to apply for citizenship, but that's great.
I thought it was 3 because I'm married to a U.S. citizen.
Right. You're right. Because it's 3 years of marriage to a U.S. citizen and even if you get the green card through another route, you're right.
Yeah. And then, so now that I am an LPR, I can go back and forth to my home country, right? As long as it's not more than a year.
I'd say 6 months if you want to get citizenship.
Oh, okay, 6 months. And then let's say in 2023, I went home for like 2 weeks. 2025, just 2 weeks. 2026, 3 weeks. But no more than that. Will that be like an issue or what?
No. So as long as you don't have any trips more than 6 months, you're fine.
Okay.
And then of course the question is always on the day that you file, whenever that day is, they look back 3 years. And they say, was May in the United States for 1 year, 184 days total in each, and all the last 3 years added up. So it's literally counting days.
Okay. Alrighty. That makes sense. So yeah, I just want to share.
I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. Everyone's getting good news. May got good news. Nurse Laura got good news. Great stuff. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye, May.
Bye.
Oh, that's happy. That was a tough case. I'm happy for May. And she was a nice person with a very kind face. I always like talking to May. So we're very happy for her. All right, Clayton's here. Hi, Clayton.
Hey, what's going on? I got more good news.
What the hell?
Yeah, so you probably don't remember, but I called like a week or two ago about a family member that their daughter couldn't get the COVID shot in Mexico before their consulate visit.
Right.
Yeah, so they went, they got their medical, and they were approved despite her not having the COVID shot. I guess they understand the limited availability of the vaccine in Mexico. So they got their ship tracking notifications from DHL. Their packets will arrive Wednesday.
So walk me through did they ever ask specifically for the kids' COVID, or they were just worried as they were headed into the interview?
Oh, we were super worried about it because the kid, she's old enough to get the vaccine, but just turned old enough to get the vaccine, and there's not been availability of it.
Awesome.
So, but it legit didn't even come up in the interview at all.
That's great. That's great.
So
thank you, Clayton. That's
if anybody else is stressed out about it, maybe you'll have good luck too.
Thanks, buddy. Have a good day.
Thanks.
See ya. Oh, it's raining green cards and raining immigrant visas around here. What the heck? This is great news. Now listen, a fake Wasili chair had a nice comment. Jim is here helping all of us, and we all got our cases approved. Now listen, do I like being an immigration lawyer? Yes. Do I like for people to hire my firm? Yes. Do I think our law firm does really good legal work? Yes, I do. Do I think most people would benefit from working with our office? I do. And some people say, well, Jim, why don't you try to sign up every single person that calls the show? Why do you give away so much free advice? Why do you spend your time helping people that are sad or stressed out going through the process? The reason is because that's my mission in life. Like, my mission in life is to ease the suffering of immigrants going through the immigration process, whether that's by being their lawyer, whether it's by educating them and empowering them so that they can make a good decision, whether it's because I dislike that agency so much, whether it's because I don't like bullies, and I think the State Department and USCIS can really be bullies. In my view, what I do is I drive this boat, and this boat is in the water, right? And I'm trying to get people to safety, to Citizenship Island or Green Card Island. And I don't care if I have to throw a life preserver, if I have to jump in, if I have to reach down and pull some people into the boat. My goal in life is to help as many people as possible navigate this process. And you know what? Most people that call the show don't ever hire us. And I am 100% okay with that, because my mission is bigger than me. My mission is bigger than this firm. My mission is to punch them in the face and help you guys to do the same. That's why I do this show. That's why I'm an immigration lawyer. That's why I've built this law firm. We're trying to help as many people as we can. And so when you refer us a case, yeah, we're making money. And yeah, I'm happy. And yeah, I have a nice life. I get to do fun stuff and hang out with my kids and help bring change about to people's lives. But I also get to be a man for others. When I was in high school, the Jesuits taught us to be men for others. Marlon is having a very hard time with my camera. Marlon, you must have missed the beginning of the show. The camera, my regular camera isn't working. I have to reset everything, and I will have it ready for tomorrow. So I hope that all makes sense, everybody. We're going to get back to the calls. Hopefully Felicia's got her audio situation squared away. Still can't hear you. I don't know what's going on. Felicia, go ahead and hang up and come back in. Maybe, I don't know. I can't hear you. That's weird. I don't know. Let's say hi to Amir. Hi, Amir.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm good. I just had a quick question. So I recently also got approved for my marriage-based green card about a month ago. I'm married to a U.S. citizen. I'm currently in the U.S. And I just want to know, because there's a lot of not conflicting, but like a lot of information out there that I can't really get a grasp on in terms of what are the next steps. So I got married a year ago, so in April of 2022, and I just got my green card approved last month. So, and what would be the next steps in terms of like the citizenship and the N400? I don't know anything about that stuff. So like, when would I like be able to apply for the
Sure.
citizenship?
So what's the date on your green card? What's the start date on your green card?
It is, I think, March of the
March.
2023.
March. So last
March
month.
20th of 2023. Yeah.
Okay. So and you got a 2-year conditional green card, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So March of 2023. So this means that in 2 years, you're going to need to file an I-751. It's called a petition for removal of conditions, an I-751. You and your spouse will file that together. And you'll say, hey, we're still married, USCIS. So one of the ways that USCIS cuts down on immigration fraud is to give you not a permanent green card, but a 2-year permanent green card. So you have to reprove or prove again that you have a valid marriage. It's not as hard as what you just went through, but you do have to prove it all again. So like when we file our I-751s, and you should start gathering evidence for this. Like I would get a box, and just anything that comes with you and your spouse's name on it for the next 2 years, just throw it in the box. And then when the time comes,
Okay.
because you can apply 3 months early. So like in January of 2025, you can file this I-751. And you'll say, here's all the evidence. We've bought a house, we're on a lease together, or we opened these bank accounts, we went on these trips. It's like proving the marriage case all over again, but with new evidence. Nobody wants the old evidence from before. So start working now. If you start gathering it now, it's going to be much better than waiting until the last month or so before you have to file it to gather the evidence, because you're going to get much more flavor over the next 2 years. Now, when you file that form, you'll get an automatic extension letter giving you extra time on that 2-year green card, because it takes them a while to process the I-751. So actually 1 year after that, if you're still married and everything's cool with the relationship, then you can file for citizenship if you want. So it's 2 years from now for the 751, 3 years from now for naturalization.
Even though I got married a year ago, right? So like, would it be on our 3-year?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Or
it doesn't matter when you. It's not 3 years from when you got married. It's 3 years from when you got your green card.
Oh, okay. All right. So okay, sounds good.
Thanks, Amir. See you, buddy.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Bye.
D&K Vision is here. What do you say, D&K Vision?
Okay, I have a question. It's my husband actually. So he came 10 years ago as a marriage to United States. So they denied it, and on the middle he divorced with her. It's like 6 years ago. Still now they don't give him the green card because they say they don't believe the evidence. So I have 2 kids. I petition for him now, but the first marriage, because they don't believe it, so it's gonna affect us, I think. So what do you think, what I have to do?
So where is your spouse from?
He's from Ethiopia.
And when did he come to the United States?
2012.
What kind of a visa did he have?
Visa 2, for marriage, 2 years visa. He had 2 years visa, but when he applied 10 years, they say no, they terminated because they don't believe the evidence, everything they say.
So just to be clear, he didn't come on a fiance visa. He came, they were already married when he came.
Yes.
Okay. And So the big question for cases like this is when they denied the 751, did they say that it was a fake marriage, or did they just say he didn't prove his case?
He doesn't prove his case, like 216 bar something.
But they didn't say bad stuff about him. They didn't say, we think this marriage is fake, we think this is fraud, blah, 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 like that.
No, they don't say any fraud. He doesn't have to say any fraud, but the evidence, he has some evidence. He doesn't have some evidence. So it's not, they say it's not total fake marriage, but he doesn't have enough evidence. So
Okay.
he just applied to the border immigration. Even the border immigration is the same. They say the judge is right. He doesn't have enough evidence. So they denied it, the border immigration.
When
Now
did the BIA deny it?
2021.
And then when did he get divorced?
Oh, it's been a long time. It's like 7 years ago.
You mean he was divorced while his case went up on appeal?
Yes, before they don't agree with her. That's why he divorced. He just had one kids from other when he's here.
So when he had a kid with another person?
Yes, that's why the reason they divorced with her. So they don't believe him everything, so they denied it. So in the middle, he started relationship with me 2017.
Got it. So when he was fighting over the 751, that was as a single person. It wasn't a jointly filed thing, right?
No.
It was him trying to win on his own without her.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. And then so what's the date of his divorce, or the month and year of his divorce?
2014, 2 years after he came here.
Okay. And then what's the date of his marriage to you? What month and year?
My marriage?
Yeah, to him.
Oh, right. 21. I married him 22 January.
Of 21?
No, 22 January. I married him. I petitioned for him because we have 2 kids together. We're living like 6
Right.
years together.
So that was in January of 2023 or January 2022 or January 2021?
January 2022. I married him.
Okay. So what's your question for me? I think I understand the situation.
Yeah, my question is, they told us appeal to 9th Circle. So we just appeal for 9th Circle for the first marriage. We still say he's right because it's coming with marriage, but they order deportation, removal order. So what I have to do to save him? What I have to do the right,
Well, this is interesting because so the decision to deny the 751 is up on appeal at the Ninth Circuit, and
Yes.
at the same time he's married to a U.S. citizen, and you filed an I-130 for him, right?
Yes.
So I assume a lawyer is the one doing the brief in the Ninth Circuit, right? You have a lawyer for that?
Yes.
Well, so in our office, we've had cases like your husband's first case, the 751. We've had cases where they then marry a U.S. citizen. Sometimes USCIS says that even though he's married to you, that if he doesn't get that 751 approved, then he can't get a green card through you, right?
Yeah.
But then other times they say, and we've gotten green cards for people where that didn't happen. So I'm interested to see why your lawyer thinks they can win at the Ninth Circuit. It's not a bad place to be. I just don't know if they're going to win. But you probably can't get the I-130 approved until that 751 is decided.
Because I'm thinking is because the first marriage is they don't believe it. They say no evidence, the full fair marriage. So mine is, even though I prove everything, maybe they can deny it me because of the first marriage. So do you think I have to do like 237 fraud wave? But they don't say fraud wave, but I don't know.
It depends on what's in the decision. It depends on what's in the decision.
The decision, they say they don't have enough evidence to prove the good faith marriage.
Yeah, but USCIS does this nasty trick. They do this nasty trick where even though the first decision didn't say fraud,
Mm-hmm.
They still now they look it over again and they say, yeah, even though we didn't say fraud the first time, we think there's fraud. So yeah, you need a waiver for misrep.
I need a waiver.
I'm not saying that you need a waiver. I'm saying they might say you need a waiver.
They might say it. So do you think I have to apply right now? Both of them, petition I-130 and the waiver. Do they have to ask right now?
You can't file the waiver now. You got to wait.
I have to wait until
Is
the decision.
the lawyer that's doing the Ninth Circuit appeal, are they handling your I-130?
Yes, it's together.
Good. Yeah. Okay. So just talk to them.
Yeah, I talking to them. They told me they open like a motivation, like what do they call it? Negotiation, because we married. So they ask we gonna negotiate like mediation. They ask mediation. But
mediation. Oh yeah.
Yeah, but the mediation is they already denied it. The Ninth Circuit.
The Ninth Circuit already denied it?
Yes.
Oh, so then you got serious problems.
Yes, that's why I'm just what I have to do.
I think your attorney's doing everything they can. It's a tough case.
Yeah, that's why they say they denied it. So I don't know what is next, what I have to do.
There is one other thing you could do, and that is, and maybe this has already been tried, is you can actually file another 751 if you think the 751 that he filed, did he file that by himself or did he file that with a lawyer?
With a lawyer.
The same lawyer?
No, different lawyer.
So did the lawyer, does anyone feel like that if you filed a new 751 you could file a stronger case? That's a good question.
Yeah, he just filing the 751 with the other lawyer, but now we don't file it, so he can file it again.
You can, but he's got to have like new evidence. He's got to make the case stronger because they clearly didn't buy it the first time.
Yeah, that's why they don't say you don't have enough evidence, so they don't say fraud, but I don't know what we have to do.
But like I said, they play it both ways. Even though they didn't say fraud, they act like there's fraud.
No, it's fraud. So,
all right, good luck.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Bye, D and K. All right, let's say hi to Jasmine. Hi, Jasmine.
Oh, hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, thanks.
So my case, I think it's pretty simple. We started dating like in 2019. We have 2 kids already, and I came by the airport and stuff. But my question is like, he don't get our house had 4 people, like us and our kids, and he don't get like in his how I call it, he don't make him enough money to make the effort of support by himself. We probably should get on a sponsor,
right.
But we don't have nobody like to sponsor right now. So my question is, can I get a job without having permission? Because I came as a tourist. We already married and everything, but we just need to fill this part of the household and stuff.
If you had $1 million, if you had a job where you made $1 million a month, it wouldn't matter. It doesn't matter how much money you make.
Mm-hmm.
It's all about how much money he makes and a co-sponsor. So if he doesn't make enough, you're going to have a co-sponsor.
Okay, so no chance that if I get a job and try put everything together, they're gonna deny.
Yeah, if you, like I said, if you made $1 million a month, it wouldn't matter.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in this case, just because that's the only problem we have. I'm sorry, my kids just came on the back. So yeah, that's the only problem we have, because the rest, like pictures and everything else, the case is basically ready. I'm looking for everything. but just this part of the support we don't have. But that's all.
That's it. All right. Thanks, Jasmine.
Thank you
Good
very
luck.
much.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye. All right, let's try Felicia one more time. Felicia. No. I can't hear you. No. Maybe look on the setting. I think if you look on the settings, you can pick a different mic. Can you hear me? No, I don't know. All right, let's see what Dan has to say. Dan, are you with us?
Yep, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, I have a quick question for you.
You're not driving, are you?
No, I'm not. I'm back.
Okay, what's up?
Okay, so anyways, so I've called earlier about my case, anyways. But nevertheless, so I have a pending I-751 right now, and like as a standing right now, we are completely separated. Me and my spouse as of right now. We're not divorced yet though. But as of recently, she did a little bit of a restraining order on me.
She what? What'd you say?
Can you hear me all right?
Now I can. What did you say?
So yeah, I said she had a restraining order on me.
Okay.
So I went ahead and well, I didn't fully understand the timeline and everything, but it was safe to me though. But I went to a workplace and then she called a cop and then they showed up. No arrest was made. They gave me a warning. I can't be there. I have to show up at the court, and then I showed up at the court, and then they gave me I pleaded guilty, so it turned into a Class B misdemeanor. So I was just calling to see how this can affect my pending I-751. Do I need to notify USCIS about this, or just I don't know?
Well, let's back up a little bit. So when did you file the 751?
That was last year, October.
And you filed it jointly. You both signed it.
No, 2021, October of 2021. Yep.
You both signed it.
Yep.
And when were you living together at the time that you filed it?
Yes.
When did you or somebody moved out?
Yeah, she moved out. Yep.
And when did she move out?
That was about November of last year.
Okay, and so you're still at the same address?
Yep.
Okay, and if I were to ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, where 1 is we submitted a little bit of marital evidence in support of the 751, and 10 is we submitted a ton, what would you say?
I'll be around 8, 9. Yep.
Okay, and if USCIS came and knocked on her door tomorrow, what would she say about you?
I have no idea.
Well, what does your gut tell you?
I mean, she'll say probably good things. I don't know. We don't have any. We don't have any issues. Like, I mean, I don't know. We don't hate each other. Let me put it that way. So.
Well, has anybody filed for divorce?
No, yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah. Well, we're trying to work things out and everything. It seems like everything is going back to the way it's supposed to be now. But I was just concerned about the misdemeanor case.
I'm not worried about that so much, except for the fact that that's gonna alert them. They're probably gonna find that out on your background check, and then you're gonna have to explain it. So I'm wondering if you shouldn't notify them sooner rather than later that there's problems with the marriage, because you're in this tricky place where if you let this keep going and they approve it, and then later you apply for citizenship and they say, hey, you never told us that she moved out. You never told us that you had a restraining order. You never told us that there was problems with the marriage. If you had told us all that stuff, we wouldn't have approved the 751, and now you're applying for citizenship and we think you lied to us. So not only are we not going to give you your citizenship, but we're going to take back your green card because you're a fraud. So you're in this really tricky area where your 751 is already almost approved, but they might think you just didn't notify them of the separation and that nobody filed for divorce because she's helping you out to make sure you get your 10-year green card, even though the marriage is pretty much over.
I mean, I called your show a few months ago, and then you just advised that I'll wait for divorce, and I filed, and then I notified USCIS that the
right, but nobody's done it. Nobody's done anything on the divorce, and what I don't want is it would actually be bad for you right now to get the 751 approved, because you haven't notified them of change of circumstances, and they might just say that you're a fake. And that's what I don't want to happen. That's the most important thing, is them calling you a fake is like the worst thing that can happen in immigration.
Right. Do you think I should notify them like right away?
I think you need to figure out what your plan is. If you're going to stay married and live together as a spouse, that's one thing. If the marriage is over, then you need to go a different route.
Yeah, we had a little bit ups and downs. We're working on things right now, so we're thinking of moving back together again. So I mean, that's just the reason I haven't notified them yet. So
yeah, I get it. It's just tricky. You're just in a really tricky situation.
Right. Okay. So should I be worried about the misdemeanor case and whatnot, or just?
I think that's the least of your problems.
All right.
Thanks, Dan.
All right, appreciate it.
Bye, buddy. All right, Amin is here. Amin, can you hear me? Amin was asking for the link. Amin got the link.
I'm here. Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for your help. So I have a quick question. I know a lot of people are waiting to ask questions. So I applied for a K1 visa in 2019. It was approved. Then I applied for the 2-year green card that was approved as well. So my wife and I applied for the I-751, and it was delayed, as you know. And then we had to apply for N400. I was eligible for N400. So we applied for that as well. So I received a notice for an interview on to attend an interview on April 11. So it was a combo interview. So I went, I had my interview. I received the officer gave me an N652 form saying that congratulations, and you passed the test and yada yada. So and he said he's going to be able to approve. He said he's going to be off the next day, and he's going to be able to approve the N400 at Thursday or Friday. So nothing happened. Today, I'm looking at my case, and it's showing for the I-751 interview canceled and notice ordered. And when I look at the status of the N400, it's showing interview was scheduled. So nothing really changed.
Mm-hmm. So they're not done.
Okay.
I mean, I never believe them when they say I'm going to prove this shit on Friday. I never believe them on that, right?
I know. I didn't believe it.
Of course, the only thing that matters is the day you have your oath ceremony. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Everything else is BS.
I know. But what do you think is this interview canceled and notice ordered?
These are just boxes that they check on their computer. That just means they're processing it.
So it's really nothing to worry about, or it's not saying that it was denied or they need any document, because we sent them everything. Like
what field office?
Miami.
I would wait until 120 days have gone by to worry about it.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jim. I really appreciate your help. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Okay, you too. Yep. BS is back. Hello, BS.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm gonna turn off the camera. Sorry.
No worries. What's up?
Hey, Jim. I hope you are doing well. I have a question regarding family petition. My mom, she's a green card holder here in America, and then she filed for my sister. She's above 21 years old when she filed my sister, and then the priority date is 2016 September, and then everything has been accepted by the USCIS and then NVC, National Visa Center, as well. And then National Visa Center, they said case is documentarily qualified, and it's been last year. We haven't heard from them, nothing, no email, no case updated, nothing like that. So is there any information we can get from NBC, like when will be the interview scheduled for that case? And then case category is F2B, and priority days is like September 2016, Jim.
And what's your receipt date?
Receipt date is 20 September 2016.
So it's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close.
Just sit tight. You're just chilling.
Just chilling.
Just chilling.
Yes, and then my sister is right now 31 years old. She's not married yet. Jim, what would you like to suggest? Like, in this like as of now, she haven't married. So, my family is planning to get married for her, and then this category is like unmarried son and daughter of legal permanent residents. So, what is the best time to get married for my sister, Jim? What would you like to suggest in this case?
After she's inside the United States with her green card in her hand, then she can get married.
Oh, okay.
Not
After
before.
she,
Not
not before.
before.
Okay.
We've even seen cases where people get approved at the embassy, get
Uh-huh.
married, and then come to the United States and they get it revoked. So not until she's here with her green card in her hand.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Jim. Thank you so much. So after she received the green card on hand, she can marry.
Inside the United States. She's in the United States. She has her green card. I'd still wait a month or two, then I'd get married.
Okay, Jim. Jim, last thing. In this time frame, like right now, what do you think? Just your roughly estimation, like how long is gonna take for interview schedules, Jim?
What embassy?
Kathmandu, Nepal.
Yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. I would say, I mean, once that visa date becomes current, as long as the category doesn't retrogress, it should be okay. Probably 3 or 4 months.
Visa is not visa bulletin. I check every month, Jim, visa bulletin, but visa bulletin says like final action date is still like 15th September 2015. So I haven't current yet.
So then you still have a while. You just got to keep watching it. You're doing everything right.
Okay, so on that saying note, like so right now they are processing for 15th of 2015 cases. So our case is like priority date is 16 2000 like sorry September 2016. So there is a 1 year period waiting. So that means we have to still wait 1 more year, sir.
At least.
Oh, at least. Okay.
And she can't get married.
Okay. All right. That's all.
Thanks,
Thank you,
BS.
sir.
See you, buddy.
Thank you.
You got
Thank
it.
you, sir.
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye. All right, EK's here. Hi, EK.
Hi, Jim.
How are you?
I'm good. And you?
I'm doing great.
Good. Yeah, I actually got to know about your channel like last week. So I started following you. I was doing a kind of research on my case. So it seems to be a kind of a complicated because so I married when I came. I married my first marriage. It didn't work well. Yeah, but the situation is when I came, I met the lady I married. I met her. We were talking. Then I went back home in 2017, and then when I was home, in 2017, I was home. Later on, I came back. We were talking, but when I was home, we lost communication. So I came back in 2018, January, and we finally met. And, oh, sorry. Okay. Do you mind? Yeah. So,
no, you're fine.
Okay. So, when I came back, we reconnected, and then we started a serious relationship. You know, so later on in 2018, we got married. Now, even when we got married and she filed for me, like after like 3 months or 4 months, she filed for me. And we are living together, like we are living happily. But later on, after filing for me, she started misbehaving. Like she turned against me totally. She's a Latino, and I loved her. Actually, I loved her. So she started misbehaving, maltreating me, talking all kinds of things, even threatening me that because she was cheating, I confronted her. So she told me that, you know, this is America. She can do me anything and she can do me something and nothing will happen. You know, I was like, that's made me to be scared. So I have to move out of the house while the case was still on. You know, so when I moved out of the house, I was out of the house and we weren't communicating. We were like partially separated, but not legally. We didn't have any document that shows that we separated. So, but as time went on, I have to file for divorce to divorce her because I can't keep living outside of my home. I need to move on with my life. So I filed for divorce, and then with the help of lawyer and the witness, they took the form to her and she signed the divorce paper. She signed. After signing it, we divorced. This happened. We married in 2018, and the divorce happened in 2020. But all this while, I wasn't living with her. I was on my own. Okay, so we didn't go for interview, and the case was a kind of denied because we didn't go for interview.
So nobody withdrew the case. It just got denied for failure to push it forward.
Yes, nobody withdrew the case. It just they got and the letter they sent her, I got it. I managed to get it, and what they told her was they scheduled for interview and she didn't show up. And what they said, the denial letter they sent me was, for me to be eligible, I must prove that the marriage is a
right. I got it.
marriage.
I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. So let's fast forward to
now. Okay, fast forward. So I remarried with my wife. We've been living for 2 years now. We are still together now. And then she filed for me in 2021. Everything was okay. We went for interview, although it took a long time for them to give us the interview. We went for interview in January. We did pretty well. And then they rescheduled, they put another interview in October, which we went after. Then January this year, although the second interview, the officer told us everything is okay. I'm going to get my green card, but it's going to be 2 years green card. We are happy. But to my surprise, they sent me work authorization. In January, they sent me NOID. On that night, they stated that my former wife had married somebody before she married me.
Yeah.
And she filed for that person and then filed for me. So to be sincere, it was my first time hearing it. I was like, no, it's not true, because when we went for a wedding, even during our divorce, she said that my marriage with her is the first and only marriage she had. So I don't know where this is coming from. I replied them, and then they wrote me back to give them evidence, like documents we had. So I wrote them back, say, the evidence I had is just we had the lease, we had the wedding and divorce certificate, but other evidence they asked, we couldn't get it because the time we married, the problems started coming, so we couldn't open an account, we couldn't even file tax and all of that, and I wasn't together with her.
Okay, so you filed a response to the NOID, and then what?
Yeah, the second NOID, they sent, I sent them some pictures, but they still denied the case.
Yep.
They still denied the 130, the I-130.
Right.
So I'm calling to know, I don't know what is my option for this.
What country are you from?
I'm from Nigeria.
And how'd you get your visa to the United States? Were you married when you got your visa back in Nigeria?
No, I wasn't married. Yeah, and another thing they said was,
how did you get a visit? How did you get a visit visa to the United States?
I got it from my country.
Right. Did
I
somebody?
I applied for B1 B2, and I
right,
got
but
it.
they don't give B1 B2s to single men in Nigeria. They don't do it.
Yes, I'm a single person. Yes, I applied as a single, and I was single.
All right. So what's your question for me?
So I don't know what is my option now, because they sent me the denial letter last week. I mean, they denied it. They have not sent the letter, but I saw it on my account. I just printed it and I read it.
I think they think you're a scammer. I don't think they believe you. I think they think that you married someone who wasn't legally married. You filed an immigration case based on a fake marriage.
Yeah, but I explained to them. They said the second night they said, okay, I said that I didn't know, but
yeah, but they don't believe you. They don't believe you. You had virtually no evidence of the first marriage. It was a short-lived marriage. She wasn't legally eligible to marry. You filed a marriage certificate that was fake.
It was signed. Everything was okay.
I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault. I'm just saying they're never going to believe you. Nigeria is on their shit list right now. They think every case from Nigeria is fake. And when you hand them a marriage license from someone who's not legally eligible to marry, you're just feeding. That's just one more mark against men from Nigeria trying to get an immigration benefit. Can you turn off that turn signal?
Yeah. So I don't really know, but the marriage, I don't know. But the marriage was done here. It's not done in my place. It was done in America.
I think you're going to deportation court. That's what I think is happening.
So I cannot, because I was talking with my wife, she said if we can refile or something, I don't know, refile or something.
I have a video on this. I talk about it all the time. And that is, there's a set of cases where everyone agrees marriage number 2 is legit. But USCIS thinks marriage number 1 is fake. They'll never give a green card based on marriage number 2 when they think marriage number 1 is fake. I gotta go. We're over time. I gotta go.
Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So I just want to know what is my option now?
I think you're going to deportation. They don't believe you. I don't think they're ever going to give you voluntarily an immigration benefit. That's what I think. All right, I got to get going, everybody. I hope you have a nice night, EK and everybody else. Felicia, I'm sorry we couldn't get to you. Maybe call the office and say you were having a hard time, and maybe they can help you out. Everybody else, I'll be back tomorrow, Felicia, at 4. You can try again. Maybe get here a little early, and Huli can try to get you situated on the audio, or I can too. I hope everybody else has a great night, and we'll see you tomorrow at 4 p.m. for episode 360. We'll be doing a 360 tomorrow at 4 p.m. Central. Thanks, everybody.